Hello and welcome to Train Sim World 3, where today we'll be taking a very first look at the brand new Midland mainline route, which is from Leicester to Derby and Nottingham. As you can see in front of us, we've got the all brand new East Midlands train class 158, which does look absolutely fabulous, and it's the train that we'll be driving today. But while we're also at Nottingham Station, if you haven't already gathered, we've got the other core loco that comes with this route, which is the Class 43 high-speed train, HST, and we will be covering that on the channel very shortly. So if you like this one, won't you hit that like button and also subscribe? And without further ado, let's lock those doors, and we're going to pop ourselves somewhere around here so that we can get a listen to this 158 and see what the sounds are like, and I'll shut up now. I must admit, that wasn't the greatest of pullaways from myself there. We started rolling because we are on a bit of a gradient there, and obviously we were only limited to head up to 15 miles an hour. So at the next station I'll be sure to give you a real good listen to the sounds of this 158, which looks absolutely glorious in the East Midlands livery. East Midlands EMT livery really does pop in the sun. That's fair to say. And as we say goodbye to Nottingham Station, yeah, could it be busier? Yeah, I think it's this route certainly has a lot of potential to add certainly more trains, given that the just the core trains of the Class 158 and the 43 that we just saw a moment ago. My guess is have they left it a little bit light to allow for future add-ons? Yeah, quite possibly. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but as we start to pick up some speed here, we'll head up to 50 and we'll be hitting 80 very shortly, with our first station being Beeston in just 2.8 miles. So yeah, not far to go at all. We'll look at the timetable quickly. We've got Attenborough next, and then Long Eaton before arriving at Derby, which will be our final stop. So as we start to pick up some speed here, I thought it would be good to show you the map here. So at the bottom here we've got Leicester, which we then head up to this kind of Y junction, where one part of the Y heads off to Nottingham, which obviously where we've just departed from, and the other side heads over to Derby, which is obviously where we'll be heading today. So we're kind of going across the Y here on this run, so should be really enjoyable. What I will do in a future video, or if you're watching this sometime in the future, should be a video on the channel, is where we take the HST from Leicester, possibly to Derby or Nottingham. I haven't decided. We'll see what the options are like with the timetable. So this route that I was just showing you on the map, it's 37 miles in length, not exactly the longest route that we've seen in Train Sim World. Hopefully the length doesn't let it down. I think, you know, let's just turn the GSMR on, I'm getting distracted. Hopefully the length doesn't let it down. Certainly I think that was one of the worries from the community when they, you know, sort of first heard that this route was coming to Train Sim World. Could it have been longer? Yeah, I think it could have. It would have been nice to do more kind of, because obviously we're only driving a portion of this service today, which is from Newark Castle to Matlock. So would it have been nice to do more from, you know, complete runs? Yeah, certainly I think it probably would have been. But hopefully that doesn't detract from it. Certainly when Skyhook Games, who are the developer of this route, and Dovetail Games did their preview just a couple of days ago, they certainly mentioned around future-proofing this route for future DLCs, so hopefully that can only mean good things in terms of what's to come. Obviously right now you get a total of, I think it's around 136 playable services, So it's not the busiest of timetables, which is probably going to be reflected in certainly the gameplay you'll see today. But hopefully that means there are some possible kind of future expansions that are in the works and aren't too far away. So fingers crossed with that. As of today, as I say, the two core locos that come with this route are the 158 and 43. If you also own the Class 37 ROG Euro Phoenix, that will layer onto this route and provide you some drag services with, I think it's the 375, 377 and 387. So I think that's quite cool that we also now see that layer into another route. The other layer that you'll see is the railhead treatment train, the Class 66. And you'll also see a number of other rail tour services, so such as the I think it's the 6F that comes from West Cornwall local, sorry. Also the Class 66 is rail tour, and also the Class 45 from Northern Transpennine, I think. So hopefully that gives a little bit of variety, but there's certainly more to come, I think, with this route. So I think the biggest takeaway is I think this route certainly looks great so far, has a lot of potential, but are there bugs? Yeah, I think there probably are. Certainly when you see Derby on there, where it should really probably say Matlock, and there's a few other bugs that were picked up as we went through the preview stream. So let's just let you listen to this 158 pull away if I shut up now. Those sounds really are beautiful, really are. So next up is Attenborough in just 1.2 miles, so really not far to go at all. It's nice to see that we've got the GSMR to the same level of Birmingham Cross City and the Class 3 T3, so nice to see that it lights up, and you can see the head code of this service, which is nice. So it's 2 Alpha 33. It's really quite nice. This and in probably the next station we'll see if we can jump out and give you a little tour of the interior of this 158. So it's pretty nice going so far. Let's give you a bit of horn action. Good horn. Up to 50 already, and we'll need to be probably starting to think about slowing any second. There we go. We're going to step 2 of the brakes. The brakes are really good on this 158, to be said. Certainly getting the hang of them. Just come off the brakes there. Still a little way to go. I think when we hit the station here we'll go into notch 2. Actually we'll a little bit of quite a short station here, so we might need to go full service. Again, no stopping markers for where we should be. There we go. There we go. Doors are unlocked. As I say, we'll take a quick look around the interior. That's right. This is. I'm stuck. Why can't I get out? How odd. Okay. Nice to see a route map there. Attenborough. Welcome to this service. Welcome aboard to this. That's nice. Nice little welcomes. This is Beeston. No, it's definitely not. So definitely something going on with the passenger information screens. I can't get back in. That's definitely a bug. Come on, let me back in. There's an invisible wall here. I can't even get out now. Right. Kids, don't try this at home. But that is a bug, and that's good you saw it. This is not how it should be. I can't even get in this way, can I? As another 158 comes into station. Passengers, ignore this. You shouldn't be able, you shouldn't be seeing this. But I genuinely can't get into. I generally can't get back in. I really am stuck. Can I crouch and get in that way? Nope. Well, I can get back out now. Can I lock the doors at least and hope that might clear it? Let's do that. It's good that you've got the guard panel here, but I'm glad you're seeing this true to life. Not the signal buzzer. Yes, they're the wrong way round. I'm hoping it might clear. There's an invisible wall here. I don't really know what's going on here. I can't get back in the train. Oh no. I must be... No, I don't want to get... I just can't get back in. Come on, there's got to be a way of doing this. Right. I'm going to come back out here. Is there another way that we can get in here? It's got to be. I can't get up here, which is a shame, so we'll shut that back up. I'm not sure how to get back in. I think I'm probably bugged out here, which is a real shame. Can I get up here? It's the same this end as well. How very odd. Well, if you're watching this, I'm sorry it was a very brief first look, but I can't get back on board the train, which means we're going to have to abandon the run here and give it up. Unless I can find a shortcut to get us back into the driver's seat. So, So I've managed to get us back into the cab, thankfully. Let's just lock that. We've got doors open. So if you ever get stuck like that, and I think you might well do, as a bit of a common bug, it's Control and 0 to get you back into the driver's seat. So yeah, that's a little bit disappointing, if I'm honest, to get stuck like that. Just had to make my way through the various controls. I've never had to do that before, but it's good to know. But really disappointing that clearly there's a bug in the kind of vestibule area of both ends there that kind of become an invisible barrier. So I certainly won't be getting out of this this train again. It's a real shame. So as I say, I think this is I was really enjoying it up until that point. That's a real shame. And I you know, I wanted to certainly leave this in and to show you the true experience of this route, so everyone understands what they're ultimately what they're buying. It's a real shame. Something like that is a real immersion killer. It was going so well until then. Let's put that behind us and hopefully it gets a little bit better. I think there's another bug I've probably just spotted. No flashing lights on the level crossings. Skyhurt Games, I know you delayed this route to get some things right, but clearly there's still fundamental issues with this route, which is a real shame. Real such shame. This route has got such potential, and I know certainly for a lot of the community it's been eagerly anticipated, and rightly so, you know. But to find so many bugs this early on in just a short, you know, what was ultimately quite a short run, it's a shame. So there we go, we've got double yellow, we'll start braking here because we will be taking the junction, so we need to be slowing as we head over this level crossing. So we've got 1.3 miles to go to Long Eaton. We'll just keep it cruising now at about 37, and then as we get closer we can see the we've got the indicator there that we'll be taking this set of points, so we'll continue to slow. And we'll now release the brakes and we'll take this junction here. There we go, there's the first one. I think we're going to probably be taking this set of points just here as well. So you can see we're right in the V of the Y now, the valley. And we'll be heading towards Derby. So we do go down to 10, which I've not seen us do yet. So we'll slow right down. We're going to get the AWS warning for the red. We did slow probably a little bit too much there. We still had the brakes applied. I thought I'd released them. That would be why. So we'll continue to cruise at 10. That was my fault there. The scenery does look pretty good actually. I have to say the livery looks good, but getting stuck there really has just taken the edge off this route. I was looking forward to it so much, but just to get stuck out there. Such a disappointment. So this really is a slow junction. We should already be at Long Eaton, but you know, here we are. It does look absolutely beautiful actually. Really well modelled. Sort the PIS and the invisible wall bug. You might have a really great train that can be used across multiple routes, certainly future routes, because this is so commonly used across the UK. So it's great to see it in the game finally. And also a 10 hidden behind some fence. I don't think that's legit. This really is quite a slow junction here. So hopefully we'll get to speed up in just a second and we can get motoring towards Long Eaton. There's our next target, which will be 80. Although we're now being permitted to go all the way up to 80, so let's take the opportunity to try and make up some time. So just under 1,000 yards to go now, so let's not pick up too much speed too early, because we'll just need to don't want to be overshooting the station here at Long Eaton. We'll come off the power now. We can come into Long Eaton quite aggressively, thankfully. Maybe a little bit more power. There we go, there's our stations. Just need to go into full service here probably. Just step it back to 2. So release, just roll ourselves down to... There we go, that should be good enough. Again, no stop markers at the station. You'd imagine there would be. Okay, then we will be heading to our final stop, which is Derby. So we've got quite a good run now with this 158. So once we finish loading our passengers up, we can be departing. There we go. Let's lock those doors. And away we go. So we can get this, we should be able to get the 150 up to its maximum speed of 90 miles an hour. It should be good. So the other thing probably to mention as well about the route so far is that there is a distinct lack of any type of freight services, which is actually really quite disappointing, because they're very much, you know, there really would be, and true to life, there would be quite a lot of freight services. There are none as of today, and I think this is what I was talking about, the potential in the future is there's clearly thought being put into what could come in the future, especially when you look at you know, somewhere like here, what seems to appear to be quite a large freight yard of some description. I don't know the area, so forgive me. But also, I know there are certain areas such as the Redcliffe Power Station that would absolutely have services running in and out of it, which it obviously doesn't currently. So hopefully that will come in the future. I really certainly hope it does, because that again would add another dimension to this route, which would be great to see. And you know, maybe an extension, because 37 miles isn't the longest. I'm really quite sad about the experience I've had on this run. It's really sort of taken the edge off this route so far. It's sad that you have to hit invisible wall. I know there are obviously other bugs that were certainly picked up during the preview stream, but it feels like this is somewhat of an unfinished route, but it has massive potential, I think, is going to be my take on it. Could have done so much better, and it you know, it really would have been an absolute star at that point, this route, despite its shortness. But hey, let's enjoy the rest of this run as we head towards Derby. We've just got 5 miles to go. I was hoping we'd see perhaps a HST coming in the opposite direction, but we've certainly not seen that to date. Go and see it's quite a busy area as we again as we come into Derby. Well, I say busy area, it looks like there's a lot of activity, but not necessarily a lot of units. Looks like we're going to be hit a double yellow. It's just turned green. So are we chasing something in front? Let's have a look. Can we see something in front of us? There's a yellow. No. How interesting. That's some interesting signal behaviour. Definitely there's nothing in front of us. Green. There's a yellow there. Another yellow there. But I see nothing. Nothing else in front of us. How very bizarre. And it wasn't like approach control for any kind of junction. Now we've got clear greens. There we go. Bit of oddness with the signalling. That's I think that's feels like there's something invisible in front of us. We're nearly up to its the 158's maximum speed here of 90. Now we're only 2.5 miles away from Derby now, so we've really made a good dent into the distance between Long Eaton and Derby. And we have somehow completely missed that we should have been down to what appears to be 85. There's the 75 board, so I've seen that one. I must have missed the 85 somewhere. I'm just trying to take everything in so far, so apologise for the poor driving. It does feel a little bit bare around the line side in certain places. Okay, we've got double yellow coming up, which we'll acknowledge. And we'll start to brake here, and then we get the AWS again for 30, so that's fine. And we've got a single yellow now. I think we'll just step it up to notch 2 here, just to take a little bit more of the speed off. Just keep rolling around 30 as we come into Derby. I think we may have been able to make some time up here. See, we've got some 158s, a split 158 there. So got a pair of Mark III coaches there. We've got a red here. But we've got the 2 white dots. So approach with caution. I guess we've got something potentially in front of us. So we're permitted to pass this, but with caution. Let's see what's in front of us, because you'd expect just to be under normal aspects heading into a station. It's not a chat. I don't know what we've just acknowledged there. What are you telling us? What else? Oh, we've got half a 158 there. That's pretty cool. So we've just round the corner. We'll keep on with 20. So we're still proceeding with caution, but there's nothing in front of us and a very empty Derby station. Again, the stations are really quite quiet, which is a real shame. There's nothing in front of us, and we'll just head for our stop mark. Well, our stop point, but no stop markers, of course. It doesn't feel legit that we should be going all the way down to the end. end of the station here, but we will do as it says to make sure we get that gold medal. But this is Derby. We're going a little bit faster. Let's just there we go, that will do. Let's unlock those doors and give you a final look of the 158. So I guess, where am I with this this route? The loco looks beautifully modelled. It sounds amazing. Some bizarre behaviour with not being able to get back into the cab once we've gone for a little bit of a wander. There's definitely some bugs along the way, as we've seen some areas that are, from a, I guess, a scenery perspective, quite bare in some places. Some oddly placed line signs, markings. And yeah, so I think it's, and let's be honest, quite a quiet run and a quiet feel to the two sort of quite major stations. So I guess, where am I? It's okay. It needs work, but it's got potential, I think, and I think that's the biggest thing I can take away from this very first look. So hopefully you've enjoyed this one. If you have, why don't you hit that like button and also subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.